Pogba leading from Rashford, he strikes. Oh, it's a goal! Staying on his feet this time. Oh, they went for Martial! Lovely touch by Fernandes. Cavani! Rashford all the way across goal. What a finish!
Welcome everyone. Although my internet gave me real problems. We live?
Yeah, we live.
Alright. Welcome guys and welcome to All in All United. What I want to call it this evening, I want to go on the back of something Phil said last show. So welcome guys to All in All United's therapy session. Alright? I mean that is the best way I could title, the show today. I remember back in the day, fellas, when we needed a goal, we was coming down to crunch time. We go be nervous all year. But the goal coming. Whether it's in the remaining normal time or Fergie time. You just know it's a matter of time, but the goal coming. But now, that referee could have given me about an hour additional time and we was still dropping points, right? And I really don't know what going on with Manchester United, because our players, they are just not standing up, right? And today's result means that we would have dropped 5 points against Watford this season. The same Watford earlier, right, that's sitting in relegation for the whole season. We dropped 5 points. Right? So I really don't know, what going on, right? Because, we expecting for our players, our millionaire players, our top-class, world-class players, we expecting that these players can show up, right? And it's disappointment after disappointment. We just see Nico.
Good night. Boy, I would really I put up I put up everything, yes. I need my words, boy. So I so much more depressed. Watford, clear chances, 1-on-1, multiple chances, and can't put away one chance. We now say it about our world class. I think that way our players getting their heads swell about that they are world class players. We are just a bunch of privileged players, right? Who feel that because they play for Manchester United they reach. And we have been talking from before, and we see all them contracts, so we are up in the summer, and we need a properly full well clear out, right?
I would say
And
that
even if we get less at the world class, and all we have world class names, we don't really have world class talent right now. We just have world class names, and here we start to get some world class talent and quality within this team, because as I tell you today, how it is, somebody could take a mortgage to go in Old Trafford today to watch Manchester United play against Watford, at home, the team that beat us 4-1 before Oli got his sack, and we still didn't score a goal.
Good night.
We can't be joke. We can't be serious. The depression is real all here. But again, welcome to the All in All United therapy session. And after the hour, and All in All United, you should feel better. Yeah?
Before I come to Phil, let me just get some comments, right? So Ray Ramlal on the inside, Jody, thanks for joining, man. Simeon on the inside too. He's saying, night fellas, them Bruno worshippers here. Ray saying here we have 2 strikers over 35 and 1 barely making the match team.
Barely?
Then why we loan Martial to depend on a misfiring CR?
Shall make up in my long time.
John Paul, thanks for joining, man. Good night to you too. He's saying totally on the players today. What more they want? I love CR, but let's be real. He can't be playing so much football at his age. But who do we replace him with that? And that's the question. This was supposed to be an easy 3 points, correct? Devindra, thanks for joining, man. Good night to you too. I said last live that we could make top four. Fellas, that is a day. Next season, fellas, Europa. If we're lucky.
I didn't want Europa, honestly. Are we rebuild?
Yeah, Jody's saying here, boy, let me start it early. Weekly dose of Marcel drama. I show Marcel was. Phil, talk to me. We just seen, buddy. How we going? How we going?
What you want me to say, Reem? What you want me to say? Write it on a piece of paper, send it to me on WhatsApp, and I'll read it to you. I'll say it. I don't know what to say. You guys have said it. This is a therapy session. This is a Saturday night therapy session for Manchester United Football Club, right? Bruno Fernandes cannot even finish a sentence, and we're expecting him to finish these type of chances for us when the day comes. Nope. CR7 is now CPR 37. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am of the unpopular opinion that Cristiano Ronaldo does not need to start every single EPL game.
You think that
Start him all the Champions League games. I don't care.
Phil,
When it comes to EPL, CR7 or CPR 37 needs to find the bench. He needs to hold some bench like Forrest Gump.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion right now.
It was an unpopular opinion when we were scoring last minute winners versus Villarreal in Champions League final. It was a very unpopular opinion then. And I said, you know what, Ronaldo's missed the Champions League, but I don't know what he is in the EPL right now. I don't. By the end of the day, Nico says he's fed up, and I have been fed up. Right, I have been literally sitting down and just counting down the time till All United starts. Therapy session, buddy. Therapy session.
You see that comment there, Ram Lau? I sort of say that today, let's we just bring up Charlie McNeil and see what he can do.
That is it, man. Garnacho is Garnacho.
Oh.
Yeah, but he playing with the younger.
Yeah, but he bad.
Right now, I bring that 12-year-old to play the forward.
He bad.
Oh gosh, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but they bring up the fellas, boy.
Yeah, I'm not saying here, give a youth a chance if the first team strikers find blanks.
Exactly.
So you're saying here, fellas, are seeing a trophy next year for sure? The European Conference champions next year for sure.
Now we winning that.
Jesus Actual, thanks for joining, man. Glory, Man United for life. Yeah, you see, everybody calling for the youths now because we just realize that the senior players, they're just not. And Jesus making a good point here. Watch what we get from Ilanga. Ilanga was a bright spark today.
That was the kind of pace I see Ilanga take off with. I want to know where your pace with.
No, you're real fast. He don't give up, man.
That different quick boy.
Talk to me, Lion. How we feeling by you this scene?
I really don't know what to say about the side again now, but it does chances after chances. And you see in the moments where you think this side would score, and then they just take away all your hope. In the end, all I was just waiting for when I saw Sa going to take that shot, I was just waiting for it to go in.
That's it. And you know, I would not be surprised.
No.
And I say, I would look for it. Good.
That would have put the cherry up. And I would have been cool. You know why? Because
I would have been cool too.
I expected something like that. Right? I expected a deflection to go in our goal. Something. After all those missed chances.
But Phil, I had that position here as normally have it. When Varane and Lindelof playing, I was like this.
But we ain't get tested. We ain't get tested today. So I
we ain't get no test. But you're feeling difference in the composure and the defense now. You felt it.
Yeah, it felt different. Don't get me wrong. When I saw the starting lineup and I saw that Maguire was on the bench, I was excited. But Nico, I tell you not, man. When that second half start, within 55, 60 minutes, I was done. I was literally on my sofa like this here. I was literally like that. I was so numb for the
After
performance
the first
today.
half, you see, after the first half, that I couldn't take it no more.
You see,
You see how we couldn't score in that first half? I couldn't take it no more.
you see when Reem mentioned you could have give us a stoppage time of an hour. It's true, because
Yeah,
we
it's
wouldn't have
true.
finding that. We
No.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
We could have brought. We could have been given an extra hour. We could have been given an extra opportunity to bring on 10 more substitutes. We could have bring on Mata. We could have recalled Wayne Rooney from Derby. We could have bring on Marwan Fellaini. We could have bring back Jose
Nah. No,
Mourinho.
if we
We
bring on
still wouldn't have
Fully, we would have
scored.
scored ahead, man. Game 16, that's a lot. I wouldn't say that.
So let me discuss some comments here, right? And Jody said this is why I said it's all about results and not performance. But Jody, my thing on this, right, is that because of the performance is not the issue, you know, because we playing to create chances. The issue is we're not finishing the chances, right? And when you don't finish the chances, you just end up paying one way or the other. So yes, we want results, but proper performances is supposed to give you good results,
Yeah.
right? And we see in where if we perform, we're creating chances to score, to win games, to get the results, but we're not finishing. And that is the issue. And when we don't finish with chances, you just see the performance levels and the confidence levels gradually just deteriorating. And that's how the football is just start to digress or regress. We'll just get worse as time passes. And we just sort of force the issue. You see Bruno taking shots from all over the field. Decision making is just go to the dumps. So for me, I hear what you're saying. I know it's a results-based industry, but once you play properly, you'll create chances, and all them boy and them have to judgment do is score.
We
How
did
we
create
not
a lot of
scoring?
chances.
How we not scoring? We create how much chances today? In the first half alone, we were supposed to be walking
Right.
into the tunnel 4-0 or something by.
Yeah.
John Paul saying here today we saw why Pogba doesn't last all game and why he was rested recently. His tank was
Yeah, but
empty. But I think even from the start of the game, he was just looking slow.
The whole
Like,
team was looking lethargic and like it's just a matter of time. That we just breeze through, the goal will come. You know, that kind of mentality. I find the mentality was terrible today.
But you think we played too close to the last time? Because normally when they play on a Wednesday, you play on a Sunday.
No, because
Reem, not Reem.
it's
I
one-on-one.
don't get that
That is
excuse because
one-on-one.
No, I just asking.
all teams go through that. Not just Man United. All teams go through
Yeah.
that. I don't buy that excuse.
No, because there were many times we played games on Wednesdays and then we play on Sundays. Well, Ragnar mentioned that too, right?
Nah,
He
I
said
done-
because they came back on Thursday night or something like that, so they didn't have.
I hear that, but I don't know. There's an excuse for what for finishing.
No, I'm not making an
I
excuse.
just saying.
The team was. Well, they said the team looked a little tired.
All right,
So
I'm taking that. I'm taking
was
that. Yes, they
wondering
look
if it's
lethargic. Yes,
because of
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
But we had enough chances to win the game.
yeah.
So I'm
You
not
should have
making an
finished
excuse
it.
for that.
Already finish our supper there, man. And
We
I
just
don't
had to
know.
finish. That was our problem today.
Nico, you can imagine all teams used to take United excuses into consideration. Well, we just flew back from Spain and we're kind of tired. And Watford were like, yeah, sure. All right, cool. We could go easy on you guys today, man. Oh, we got Cavani out and Ronaldo's misfiring. All right, cool. We'll try our best to let our defense not do so well against these guys, right? Imagine.
But that team didn't do anything today at all.
Watford didn't come to play no football.
Nah, what is
Ryan.
not there?
was
What for
on
the play
us.
nothing, boy. What for the play?
We lost that. We dropped points today. Everything was on we.
It was on us.
The aggregate between Watford and us this season is 4-1, you know. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Watford ain't got nothing to lose.
And I thinking, okay, this team beat me 4-0
That was saying.
in first rounds.
I
coming out to kill them now.
revenge, boy.
I coming for
The
revenge.
fellas like that no pride, boy. This side was battling relegation whole season at you four.
Yeah.
Come home by you. And you like, all right, we go score it just now. We go score it. But we supposed to be wanting to hit them on 9, boy.
And we could have get those chances.
Yeah. Doing saying here, good night, guys. Just listening, have no comments. I feel you, bro. Thanks
But
for joining
doing
in and
Yeah,
all,
yeah, it's tough, but this one is a tough one today.
Jesus saying here, Nico, how Van de Beek look against the champions. He was actually
Yeah,
very good today. He had a good game. He had a
yeah,
good
I
game.
good
watched
one.
some, but I watched some of the game, but for some reason he has irritated me. But I mean honest, I just can't watch him, but I don't know why. Something about him is just irritates me.
Aye, aye, aye. Simeon saying, how long I call in for Hannibal? He has the size and speed to handle the EPL. It will be hard for them cause the senior fellas could get booed down.
I watched
It's a,
Hannibal in the under-23s over this weekend here. I think they would have played on Friday, yeah, yesterday. He okay, I still think he has some developing to do. Because let me say, Matic was maybe our best player today.
Yeah.
Matic looked good. Fred didn't look that bad either, So in terms of Hannibal, I think his chance to come. But I guess them fellas in the midfield doing okay
but
for the
you call
quality
the
we
but the
have. They're
two
doing
positions
okay
you
for now.
but the two positions you call Nico Hannibal just play those positions so he's play more like the
Ah,
Well, he
eight,
play. He does play eight. He does play eight. What I mean, he could play
play
like
at
where Fred
10. He
does
could play
play.
at 10. He could play at
Yeah,
8
like
or
what
10.
Fred does play. I definitely not seen him playing at 10 for United right now. I
Right.
could more see him playing, like a replacement for Fred. Maybe even if Pogba was in the middle with the two, playing for that kind of role, but still a
Because I
replacement
think
for Bruno. I'm not
yeah.
seeing him playing in that position where he could come in to fill in that Bruno gap for now for sure. I'm not seeing
Yeah.
that.
Jody saying here, but I still wondering how come Van de Beek wasn't getting game time because he performing at Everton. Yeah, Van de Beek actually had a decent game. I mean,
playing
I'm
on the eight.
expecting Van de Beek to go there and play like Verratti. That is not who he is, but what I see and he throwing, he frame, he making crunching tackles.
Yeah,
He
good
moving the ball
tackle.
very, very intelligently. That is why Lampard playing him because the man playing good, he adding to the team. So me and if Nico want to see prime
I
Pirlo,
know that. No, yeah. I want to see PLO. I want to see PLO.
you're
To see
wicked.
Zidane. I want to see Zidane and PLO. I don't want to see Van der Beek.
Yeah, but you're watching Fred every week and McTominay.
Yeah.
Um, Kristan saying here,
Hmm.
Arsenal going to make, and after we sign Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. Yeah, like, yeah.
That don't matter. Nah.
Yeah, Ray
No,
saying here, let's
no,
be
but
real.
you're right.
Do you see any desire from any player besides Elanga? Yeah, is that right in the park? Them fellas come out, show up, decide if they want to show up and take the salary. Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
So fellas, now I was expecting rotations because as Lion was mentioning, the time between the games and Ralph did mention it. So we know the mere fact that he mentioned it, it would have influenced his decision in terms of team selection, right? So, I mean, I don't think anybody who was considered a regular was dropped today. It was mere rotation. It was mere resting as far as I am concerned. So Sancho didn't get dropped. Sancho didn't get dropped. Maguire didn't. Sancho didn't get dropped. Maguire didn't get dropped. And Shaw didn't get dropped. I think them fellas get rotated.
What about Wan-Bissaka?
What good on
Dalo.
Dalo?
No, remember Wan-Bissaka didn't
He
play
played.
last game, so I just talking
Yeah,
about
he
last
did.
game. No, he came on, but he didn't start. Lindelof start. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so what I'm saying is I don't think anybody who miss out from the regular 11 now get dropped. Well, I guess we could make the argument from Rashford because he was the only one who was horrendous last game.
So the 11 you're talking about, the 11 that started against Atletico,
Yeah,
and not let me say the settled 11 more or less, which I thought I guess most of us would have thought Dalo would have been part of that.
but the settled level, the 11 is who play against Atletico, bar the shock decision between Lindelof and a proper right
And
back.
exactly.
How come everybody praising Ralph for the substitutions versus certain teams like Leeds and Atletico Madrid, but what happened today?
Well, the man do all we could have do.
They didn't pull off.
I don't know what else he could have do, Phil.
When I
All
see
the attacking options he had, he bring up.
Here is my
Rashford
thing.
come on, I say we're not scoring nothing.
Yeah, what I'm telling you, right? And this is why I was saying, And I mean, I'll disagree with me last time when we was talking for the Leeds game, right? The substitutions against Leeds was different to the substitutions today. The substitutions today showed me that Ralph wanted to go all out to win the game,
Yeah.
right? We were in the same drawing position, in it, right? But Ralph come today and say, no, my intention, and I saw it with his substitutions, was that, hey, I throwing on Rashford, I taking off Matic. I throwing on Sancho, I taking off Fred, right? And I leaving Pogba and Bruno in the center of the park to distribute. And I can play a 4-2-4, right? His intention today showed me and was a clear indicator that I want to go all out to win this game. When you play in Leeds, under the same circumstance, you draw, right? You're drawing, but the variable there is the conditions and the intensity of the game. So his decision then was Fred and Elanga. So that's why I was saying the intention, and he even admitted before that he didn't expect Fred to go and score any goal. So that's why I was saying is the intent behind the substitution against Leeds what I had an issue with. Today the intent was to go all out.
I think
And
that's
we saw
because
it.
Fred does score at all.
Right. So my thing with that, right, is that and there's all I could go on, right? Ralph have a clear idea of what he wants to see from his players, right? If Pogba playing in a position, he has a clear idea of what he wants from Pogba. We may not see it because we're not in that position, right? That here what this is what I want from my midfielder, because if he does this, then maybe I could get this happening from the team, right? But if he's not getting this, which we may not be seeing because we're not looking for that, then he may not get what he wants from the team. And the substitution of, let me say, a Pogba for Fred could be simple as that. I want something specific from my midfielder in this position. Pogba is not doing it, right? I want, let me say, Fred to come on and do this specific task, which would aid the entire team to help create goals. Because to me, it's not like Oli. With Oli, there's no logic in nothing most of the time, right? So with Ralph, I see it as here what I see. I want something specific. I am not getting it, and it's the change I have to make to get that desired outcome. That's how I
I don't
think.
know. I don't know because I thought
Because his
apart
philosophy
from
to me is clear.
yeah, but I don't know. And we are talking about the Leeds game here because Pogba, bar him getting tired when the ball was at his feet, Pogba was making things happen.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
Right.
Ralph just don't want you with the ball at your feet.
Yeah, but
There's no
so then
football.
and
There's no football in general. Not because the ball at your feet you play. No, I want to play with the ball on and off your foot. That's how footballers play. And if I'm not getting a specific task from you, then Jed, I need to get something to do it.
I don't know. I just see how I'm just seeing two different things, right? And it was so obvious to me. Today he wanted to win, so he went all out against Leeds. I think it was more of managing the game. Today was go all out, and that's just how it is. And we were fortunate with that the substitutions that he brought on score against Leeds, right?
I don't
Because
think so, Reem.
If
I don't
those two
think
players
so.
didn't score, we would have sat down and be talking about that. Trust me when I tell you.
So you think bringing on Elanga is not bringing on enough?
It was
Let me
energy.
say-
It was all about energy. And
Yeah,
intensity.
yeah, but that energy in terms of
Because
with Leeds tiring would create
Because
naturally.
mistakes, it could do a lot.
Yeah.
If that was the case, Marcus Rashford would have done something today, and Jadon Sancho would have done something today as well too.
Yeah, that was
It
the
might
goal.
always
That
work
didn't
out.
go
Sometimes
today.
you have to take
That
a
was the
chance,
goal.
right?
But
We had enough chances to win.
yeah, and we Ralph threw everything. Ralph threw everything out there, and
He smelled blood today, so he tried to up the tempo a little more. But when
Nah,
they
he
bring
said a
on
whole.
Rashford,
He said, "Wait, what's that?"
when they bring on Rashford in that kind of form,
Hey,
I say, wait, boy, we're not gonna win nothing. When I see Rashford come on, so that is it.
but any more shockers for you all in the starting 11? And I want to just throw in
Now,
one
Basaka performance looked different today.
He look more intense.
Yeah. Now, one Basaka, he's easily picked today. I don't know what that will do to get dropped. but Basaka deserved his game time today, definitely.
Yeah, because when was the last game Dalot played? Because I don't think that game he
About
did
3 games ago.
poorly to say, well, he deserved dropping. And even
Whatever game was before the Leeds game,
Was
that's
it
when the
West
last
Ham?
game Dallo played.
West Ham?
or
West Ham,
Southampton.
no.
So
It was Southampton.
Good Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton
Yeah,
game.
Brighton. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Brighton again. That was the game where Ting get sent off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
we were
right.
also poor.
But
We were
I
also
thought,
poor in that game as well.
In the
but
first
I don't
half, in the
think,
first
but I
half.
don't think Dalot was any standout poor performer that game
No,
to
he
say,
wasn't.
well,
Yeah.
it was justified. I mean, I don't know what's going on inside, but it just
Just
looking
the way
weird
he
to me.
rotates and we just never see him again.
But I think I agree with Nico. I think Bisaka really he played like he wasn't struggling with confidence. He come in and he touches, he taking on men. He put in a very, very good cross today that Ronaldo was supposed to par away. I don't know how Ronaldo anyway. Right? I Bisaka was good. So I think it will give Ragnick something to think about. But then again, you know how these players is all we go talk them up today and then gosh boy, them sickening. Richard, good night, buddy. Thanks for
Richard.
joining, man. Simeon saying here, with no players coming in January window and only players out, the board gave the whole club the mentality to wait for the summer.
Exactly. I think that's a big factor in the performances right now. We needed a freshen up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they probably tell Ralph here we're going on, just steady that ship. And we go see what happens in the summer because nothing else making sense.
And Ralph, when he steady the ship, Ralph give them these fellas all the tools, all the look, and giving all their everything. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go and do it now. Let's go and do it.
Just put the
I
ball
don't
in the
know,
back of the net.
Ralph will be just pulling out all the heat out the head. Ralph, what's
I
man?
was frustrated. Right?
I just feel sorry for that man. Me lying all here. Because
look
what
like he
else
have a
this
heart
man
of-
gonna do?
He looked like
What
he have a
else?
heart of stone. Huh?
What's
Oh gosh. Hey.
I
what
think
else
I
this
think
man
the
gonna do,
mistake
man?
I think the mistake we did today was giving Bruno and Pogba a bit too much freedom because as this person is saying, Bruno was on the wings most of the time. Bruno was collecting the ball from left wing back. Sometimes he was also collecting the ball from right wing back. Why? I have no idea. But my main issue, and I don't know if this will be part of Ream's agenda, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, about 5 or 6 people messaged me today saying, "Big Phil, I tired of Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm
Yeah,
tired. He needs
that's
to be
what
on
I
the
hear.
bench,
Oh gosh. Man.
right? I'm tired." And now I ask these same 5 or 6 people, okay, cool. Now, what's your solution, right? 'Cause it doesn't make sense presenting a problem and not finding a solution for it, right? Like, people are telling me, Ralph should think outside the box. By the end of the day, they just don't want to see Cristiano Ronaldo starting another EPL game anymore. Because almost like he's killing our counterattacks. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yeah.
I think we should play a false nine, but the only thing is we don't have a midfield other than that. They put Bruno as a false nine, like how we played against Chelsea, but we didn't have Scott. And
Lion, I'm willing to try anything once Cristiano
Yeah,
Ronaldo comes
I
back.
think that's a good idea,
But-
Lion.
yeah, but the thing about it, this team, we were supposed to shop in January. Look, we don't have Scott now, the midfield. Yeah. Right? You can't play a false nine without Scott being there.
Why?
Right?
Why?
Right. Well, the way how we play today, I'm talking about today's game, right? You play a false nine, you put Bruno on top. Who you put in the middle again?
Yo, I playing Bruno up top.
Pogba and Fred.
Wait,
Pogba
well,
and Fred with
I put in
Matic.
Bruno. I put in Bruno up top. I put
Right.
in Paul Pogba right behind him, and then I put in either Fred and Scott or Fred and Matic. Right. One thing you realize is that you'll see Alex Telles stop crossing the ball all the time. You'll see Alex
Yeah.
Telles actually look to think first before he crosses the ball. Because the first thing Alex Telles wants to do is cross.
Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's supposed to be good in the air, so he looking
Exactly.
for
So when
inside
Ronaldo is not on the field, what is your plan B?
right,
Right.
you pass.
So I am down. I am Lion. I am down for Bruno playing a false nine I down for Pogba playing that cam position, and I don't care who's on the left or right. Could be Sancho and Rashford, could be Sancho and Elanga. I prefer Elanga, but you never know what's going on in Ralph's head, right? I would rather do that and have Scott, when he's fully fit, and Fred in the midfield. Or Matic, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? By the end of the day, I think we need to realize that top four is not in our hands anymore and that we have to win all of our games or
Yeah.
win the Champions League. But both I don't see happening.
Yeah, because and then with the Ronaldo games coming up.
I think
Tough
we'll
one,
be
Nico, you see the fixture list for March?
Yes, exactly. The tough
think
one
we
games
get
coming
it,
up.
But
yeah.
I think those games, I feel Lion, we go see Bruno in the falls now.
We could
I
get some
really think
results
so.
out
Do
of
it.
those.
No,
I
because the
believe
thing about it,
Yeah.
no, all know me, all right? Yeah, I just have a little Ralph agenda, and I telling you, I see it very, very difficult for Ralph to drop
So,
Ronaldo, right?
nah, I feel that could happen because we're not getting the
No,
results.
what saying, right?
We had
I want
he
to
had games that had
understand.
to try something different. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and I don't have an issue with that, but my point is politics over any other thing that making sense, and that's just what it is. You know, if we're not ready to accept that's what's going on and that's what's running our club right now, then we in for a real surprise, because you can't tell me, right? Ragnick is a tactical, you know, this big coach, and you would think about Bruno in a false nine yet. How long Ronaldo has been misfiring, and you would think about changing Ronaldo and putting Ronaldo on the bench? Ronaldo has played every minute since that game against his Brentford when he took him off.
Yeah, yeah.
Ronaldo has played every minute, you know,
You get a job, man.
right? No, and chances are next game we could see Ronaldo start on the bench, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's guaranteed that after the hour mark he coming on, and the next game he's starting again for the next 30 games, right? That is just what it is. So I am telling you, anybody else without Ronaldo's, who Ronaldo is, performing like Ronaldo, would I get dropped a long time,
Yeah.
right? But you cannot drop Ronaldo because he's going to give trouble in that dressing room.
I think it's the only that. I think if Cavani was fit, you might have seen something different.
Yeah.
I think he don't
even
have
the
a
game-
choice.
even
To
the game,
me, he don't have a
but
choice of how he wants
you
to
could,
play.
how you could do have a choice? So let me say Ronaldo get
Uh-huh.
injured,
Well,
and he will
then-
have to find,
Yeah, but-
find some different solution.
Yeah, but at the moment, the system he is playing is with a centre forward.
Yeah.
But what we're
Like
saying
the
is
system he playing.
the centre forward is not effective in the system that
It's
you're
not.
playing.
It's not working.
Well,
Nico.
well,
It's not working.
Yeah,
and we agree, with that. But definitely, it will take time to say, well, all right, it's working because Ronaldo had what the chance Ronaldo had today, right?
But it's not the first time
Unfortunately-
Ronaldo missing sitters this season.
Unfortunately, he come off the post, right?
That's a game he missing chance.
But again, the chances was there for a centre forward. So it will come a point where, all right, it's just working, and he might change it. He might change it.
That's it happening. It's gonna happen for one game, 60 minutes. Can't drop Ronaldo away. We just got and I think everybody agreeing with the fact that Ronaldo, you know, kind of probably he need a little drop in, yeah. And I just being polite.
He needs to be out of the club. Yeah, sorry for that.
Yeah, Christian saying here, if Bruno and CR start together for Portugal, then making World Cup. That could be very interesting to see. Joey saying here, anytime Ralph drop Ronaldo and play Rashford up top, you will see a totally different team.
Nah, look wicked boy. What's me? I rather take Shara Thierry. I rather take Shara Thierry on the top than Rashford. I don't remember that now.
Yeah,
that's a
Rashford
lie,
looking
yeah,
good
that's
at all, Rashford. Or let's see the play when Sancho beat the man of the wide and play the ball
Yeah.
through the center and Rashford leave the ball.
Rashford
What going
just
on there, boy?
run past the ball, boy.
What
Like,
going on there? And Jody, you want to play Rashford through the middle?
I feel like
criminal.
I thought my TV was glitching, and when I see you run, I say, well, wait, something wrong with this. I hit my TV and lash on the side, all kind of thing. Like, what's gonna be happening?
It's a big back you're watching now.
I started looking in, I still have like, I have a big TV. Like,
You might hit the TV on the side.
I decided to so.
yeah, like, what going on? What's going on with this TV?
No, but I wondering if probably it may have been more sensible to give Mata that 5 minutes than Rashford, because Rashford came on for how long he came on for, and he didn't make any difference in the team. No difference at all. Nothing. So this is what is lend to my issues earlier. You see Rashford form. Mata there waiting. You know you're looking to unlock a tight defense. Bring on a magician.
That defense was tight. Jesus.
No, but when I say
today,
but when I say you look at how
that defense was
right.
wide.
No, but what I'm saying is let me bring somebody who might be able to create something now, who have a point to prove, who willing to try some, who have the ability, to carve something open. Rashford come on and do nothing. It's better he just take off Fred and leave you playing with nine men.
But to be honest, the few games Rashford came on, he scored, so it probably was justified. He not starting.
And this is the thing. Try something new. Ralph not doing that. Ralph not trying nothing new.
A lot of people don't want to hear this, right? But if going forward United starts with Harry Maguire and Ronaldo, that's us down to 9 men already. Just letting you know.
If Maguire starts on Harry on the top. Like
he might have scored header from a corner today.
We could become so predictable, like how we had Marwan Fellaini. You know, you already know when Jose Mourinho was bringing on Marwan Fellaini. There's one type of football only, and that's direct football.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense having Ronaldo. It doesn't make sense having Ronaldo up top all the time, right? Because if we cross the ball to Ronaldo, it's going to become predictable, right?
But I don't even think Ronaldo have that quality that Fellaini have. I don't think Ronaldo have that. He could do it, but I don't think he could be as effective. And then him as well. And then Ronaldo as well. Ronaldo, I don't even know if Ronaldo wants to be that kind of facilitator. He wants to be the one scoring the goals.
And he could have won a penalty today if he did strong himself.
When he do throw himself, that the penalty we didn't get.
Yeah.
That's not like he drinking Rashford tea now. Gosh, boy, them fellas and them.
What's that? No.
John Paul said here, it's easy to call out Ronaldo, but we need contributions all over the field. Yeah, but
that ain't
you can't be Ronaldo. John Paul, you can't be Ronaldo and be missing them kind of chances and having them kind of performances and they get called out.
Bruno had to get called out same way.
Yeah, definitely. Pogba.
No, but since Ronaldo had that speech about the players in the dressing room and thing, he ain't contribute nothing.
Nothing.
So what are you saying to us?
And he prevent a goal too from Bruno. He just just stand up. The ball is hit him. He try to move.
And that's
John Paul, if you have the number to Cristiano Ronaldo, tell him stay on side as well too.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
That was the move of the game, eh? When he scored out for that offside goal.
For a man of such high intellectual, for a man of such high IQ, right, in football, you've been playing football for 20 plus years, and you still can't stay on side. My gosh.
Yeah, boy. Because that was the one where Langa take it from the left hand side, drive across, slip it.
Titeles.
No, but Langa looked good on the right, sir.
No, Langa was a bright spark today.
He looked real good on the right.
And I think if Nico we was talking, I didn't even know Langa had all that pace. Them two balls and Langa taking it past men. What? I say, what?
I come to Saka just playing it in space for him.
Sometimes so much pace you run offside.
I ain't gonna tell no lie, right? Because when Elanga had the ball, I actually sat up in my seat and I was like, okay, good. Let's see what this guy can do. Anytime Elanga passed off the ball to any of our other players, I was back in my sofa. Elanga get the ball. Anybody else?
That was me today. And we look like that. Yeah, we look toothless. You know. Simeon saying here, the issue with Ronaldo is that Ronaldo is here to score half chances and he can't score full chances. He was supposed to finish that one chance we might get. That's why it's extremely disappointing. Yeah, and I remember many times ago Nico telling me, you know, a certain Frenchman, he's not good enough because we want players who will score one chance.
Half chance.
I miss him today,
Hey, Lance, stop it now, boy.
It reminds me of the West Ham
Hey.
game. When I hear the commentator say, and he know they did it in the 90th against West Ham, I say, Martial should have been warming up right now. But
Nah,
Yeah.
Marcel
he'd have,
starting. Marcel,
he'd have,
if Marcel
he'd
was
have,
here, Ronaldo was seen plenty bench.
nah, he'd have been injured.
Yeah, he'd have been
Because right
injured.
now he injured.
Ray said here, Ronaldo training with Rashford, so he must be offside.
Yeah, it's true.
Jody saying here, Ronaldo lacking. Hey, Ronaldo lose how much?
Ronaldo lose a lot
Yeah,
of
he
pace. I
lost
know the guy's
real pace,
37,
boy.
but
Man catching up
Christ.
Ronaldo easy. Oh, let's see the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
where Bruno get a true ball, play a true ball to Ronaldo in the second half, and Ronaldo try to chop on a play. And what wrong with Ronaldo? Anyway,
Yeah, boy. Nah, men real make out Ronaldo, boy.
That's
Man,
all right.
yeah,
nothing, you can shoot nothing in it.
nothing. And he
Nothing
weak, he
can shoot,
he
boy.
frame weak, you weak.
Ronaldo-
All that
Yeah,
muscles
boy.
they have and they get thrown on
Ronaldo-
easy, boy.
Ronaldo
Really
missing
easy,
some
man, pushing him
injectors,
down.
but he misfire and he fanning and again he
Yeah,
falling
man,
down and all.
it's a body and he falling down and all kind of thing.
Yeah, he looking
And then-
like Lukaku last season. Which
No,
we-
but watch me in the Champions League or in Spain, you get some fouls, eh?
Yeah.
But the EPL different, boy. The EPL different.
No, but I find Nico, I find even in Europe they're allowing the game to run now, you know. So fouls that you would have get
What
through
is
it
we thought
before.
it would be good now with Spain? In Spain, and he
He was
touch man
getting,
get
he was,
be
he
blowing,
was getting a
boy.
lot of fouls.
No,
in the
but you're talking about
Atletico
Europe,
game.
right? Europe and Spain is two different things, boy.
Yeah,
Talking
but
about
in
Champions
Spain.
League. Nobody
Yeah,
could
Champions
No,
League.
I watched some games in
Yeah, but
Spain.
in the
and
Champions
them
League, in the
referees-
Champions League game versus Atletico Madrid, Ronaldo was getting a lot of fouls.
Nobody you could see how they play when we played against Atletico, you could see the type of fouls they might have gotten. Because the players showing down themselves in a certain manner. And those are things they might get in Spain.
Yeah,
But in
Yeah.
Europe, they wouldn't always get it.
yeah. John Paul saying here what frightening, eh? The way we talking about Ilanga, we used to talk about Russia the same way, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
boy.
worried about that.
But the thing
because
about it,
I
eh?
think about
He's the right
Greenwood,
coach.
so too.
No, you have to have
The
the
right,
right
that
coach.
that is it. That is it.
You have to have, no, but you have to have the right coach.
That is
About
it.
Anytime you
Greenwood,
start
so
to have
too.
coach swelling of them fellas' head, you're like all you do with Rashford, with Greenwood.
Ralph,
Yeah, but
Ralph
you
is
do it
the
with all you do it with Rashford too?
Ralph is the perfect
Yeah,
coach
yeah,
for Elanga. Ralph is the perfect coach for
Exactly.
Elanga. Ralph
Yeah.
knows how to work with youngsters who don't have an ego, right? Don't forget, this is Ralph's
Exactly.
first time working with a team with a bunch of egos, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think Ralph should stay.
If Ralph what?
Should stay.
I don't know, boy. As much as I like him, I don't think so, boy.
I can tell you what. I can tell you what.
I think
why
he
I'm
should
looking
move
forward to
upstairs.
Lion, right?
Hopefully, he should
I'm looking-
move upstairs.
I'm looking forward to Ralph moving upstairs, right? Because
Yeah.
don't forget, since 2000 and let's say 10, we've become more of a business than a football brand, right? And I'm looking for Ralph to add to the whole dynamic of having somebody upstairs to make football decisions versus business decisions, right? I was talking with a bunch of guys today, right? And they're blaming the Glazers. But here's the thing, right? In the last 10 years, the Glazers has provided money for record transfer signings for us. And the likes of Lukaku, Di Maria, Paul Pogba, Harry Maguire. We can't say that the Glazers haven't provided us money. However, whoever the Glazers have appointed, they don't spend the money wisely, and that's where Ralph comes in, right? That's where
The
Ralph and
recruitment
John
was
Myrtle
nice.
come in, right? So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ralph and John Myrtle working with each other this summer to see if we can spend somebody, not because they will bring commercial success to the club, but they are the right fit for the starting 11 for the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I
So-
agree. You know, as much as I would like, I like Ralph. I think he would be better suited, in decision making for the team. You know, I really hope that they really give him that. I don't want to say the autonomy, but a big part, in making decisions to improve the squad because he himself know, hands on what the team needs. So to me, he would be the best person to put upstairs there to help with recruitment, and I really hope that is what happens.
Yeah. And the fact that he was on the ground level.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
you know
that's what that-
you know the type of characters that the team need now.
Yeah.
You're not from the outside looking in, because from the outside looking in, you're seeing Rashford, you're seeing Pogba, you're seeing whoever else, and I think, well, now them stopped in certain departments. you know. But in terms of being there, the day-to-day operations at the team, I think he's the right man to go up there and make decisions for the club.
And if you think Ralph's job is hard, no, wait till Ralph gets put into that director position. And then he has his work cut out for him.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but he would have a clear idea. To me, he would have a clear idea in terms
He
of
would
what
have a clear
the
idea
team
definitely
needs.
because let's be real. We're just buying players to, I guess, satisfy the fans, and also we're buying players
Yeah.
because they bring some sort of commercial revenue to the club, right? At the end of the day, we should be buying players that will fit our system, that will bring success in terms of on the field success, and that will then follow to commercial success, right? Because at the end of the day, ask yourself, when we signed Ronaldo in 2003, anybody knew who Ronaldo was? No. We signed Rooney in 2004 for Everton. Everybody knew he was an up and coming English person, up and coming English football player, but like that commercial success came 3 and 4 years later,
yeah.
right? So I hope we can go back to those days. And let's see.
So we kind of touch on my next point, but let's see how much more we could get into it. Because, but I really think we would have touched a good bit on it, right? So the question is, right, from the current crop that we have, are these players good enough to take us back to the place where we are a top team in the UK and in Europe? Right now, I'm not talking about history here because we know the Man United history, but I'm talking about present. Because, and the reason why I'm asking is because, people will say, once we sign two players, this is going to happen mentality, culture, you know. But considering, the egos that we have in this dressing room, right? I remember we were saying, we are centre back away from, having a world class defense. We signed Varane. We're still looking like crap, right? After Fergie, we just manage our way to take these fellas to the next level. We signed Van Gaal based on his resume. Nothing. We signed Jose based on his resume. Nothing. We signed Ragnick. Ragnick catching hit tail. We need to sign an elite player. Bring back Cristiano Ronaldo. Yet, we're still struggling. So, I'm not probably answer the question, but I still want to get your thoughts. Are these players, these world-class players that we have, are they good enough to take us back to the top in UK, in European football, and even domestic football?
No,
I'm gonna say no because everybody has their own agenda. I'm gonna keep this short. Until the culture of the dressing room changes, where you know I'm your brother's keeper, and if I win, you win. If you do bad, I do bad as well. It's all about these agendas at the club right now. It's all about these cliques forming in the dressing room, right? And until the culture is a bit less, I don't want to say toxic. I just want to say
But selfish.
everybody's a bit less selfish. Everybody's on the same wavelength. Then we will have not just a bunch of individuals, but a bunch of unified um, team members who can take us to the next level. But right now, everybody is for themselves. As I said, everybody wants to be that Black Panther. Everybody wants to be that Thor. Everybody wants to be that Hulk, but nobody wants to form a team called the Avengers. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Lion?
I all I have to say is I think this summer will be very important because we know a lot of players leaving, and we have to see what we're going to get. So all these groups that formed in the dressing room may not be anymore, right? So we have to wait till this summer to see what happens. Because around a total of say 7, 8 players should be leaving the club. So whatever form now would be destroyed, and we could start over something.
But if we were to go into the players that we kind of more or less sure leaving in the summer, they are not really, how to put it, boy, they not really play no major part. If I could say that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see them as any major contributors to where
Well,
we at right now.
let's start listing them. Let's start from the goalkeeper and go to the striker. Dean Henderson, Lee Grant, Tom Heaton. Nope. But maybe one or two of them will leave. Maybe Lee Grant and Dean Henderson. As Reem said, they're not playing a part. You go to the defense now, Eric Bailly.
Yeah.
I love Eric Bailly, but Eric Bailly is not given any chances per se. And he definitely will want to leave. I would love Eric Bailly to stay and be part of our first team, but that's not going to happen, right?
Phil Jones leaving.
Phil Jones, exactly another name. Phil Jones leaving. He doesn't care. He already collected his PL medal some years ago. Gone. Question mark is still on Wan-Bissaka. Question mark is on Alex Tellez per se. But in my opinion, if Fred and Bruno stay,
He
Alex Tellez
said,
will stay as
yeah, he
well
ain't
too,
going nowhere.
right? So that's
I
that's
feel,
that's the end. That's the end of the defense. Let's
I
go to
feel
the
like a step
midfield.
back on Fred. I don't know. Something
Fred?
about no.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no, we'll get there. But at the end of the day, we at the midfield now. Mata gone, Matic
Matic.
gone, Pogba.
Yeah.
I
Gone.
want to
Most likely
say
he gone.
Yeah.
I want to say he may be gone as well. So that's
Yeah.
three, right? So far we've added up Dean Henderson, maybe Lee Grant, Phil Jones, Eric
Right.
Bailly. That's four,
Uh-huh.
right? Now we got
Mata,
Pogba, Mata, Matic.
Matic.
That is seven already, and we haven't even gotten to the full team as yet, right?
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes is going to stay, obviously. As Lion said, there's a question mark on Fred because Fred has another year left on his contract. Scott McTominay is my United through and through. He knows he's going to get start. I was going to
Van
say
der Beek.
Andy. Oh
Van de
God,
Beek stay.
Beek. So that's eight.
stay, right?
Van de Beek is gone. That's eight already.
No, I feel he coming back now.
Jesse,
According to who we get.
no. Unless we sign Eric Ten Hag as our permanent manager,
Right.
Van de Beek isn't coming back. So that's
Yeah.
eight so far. Jesse
Lingard.
Lingard.
Yeah,
Lingard.
Jesse
Gone.
Lingard. That's nine.
gone. Yeah.
Right? Edinson Cavani, gone. That's 10.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo, if we don't win the Champions League or make top four, he's gone as well too. That's
Yeah.
11. Right?
Anthony Martial.
That's 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Lingard, you
far
check
we got
Lingard,
about-
you come Lingard.
Yeah,
he
come
comes
Lingard
already.
already.
Got already.
we got about 12. We got about 12 players so far, right? I want to say there's also a question back in the defense on Diego Dallo as well too, right? Yes, Ralph has been giving him chances as well too, but he hasn't been given as much chances as like Wan-Bissaka, right? So, but we count. But back to the top, back to the striking department. We count 12 players so far. So there's about 12 players that are leaving. And out of those 12 players, I guess Reem is kind of right because out of those 12 players, maybe 3 or 4 have contributed to the first team on a regular basis. But other than that, we're looking at a brand new half of a first 11 and a brand new bench come next season.
Yeah,
But
we
the- and
need
the-
to
and-
shop.
But the thing about it, right, is the ones who stay in, right, are kind of the ones who have the cliques because we're talking about, because from what reports saying, whether it's true or not, I mean, there's no smoke without fire, right? So whether it's not 100% truth, it will have some truth. And the issues is between the Portuguese and the British. And of the British contingent, you have Maguire, Rashford, Sancho, and then you have the Portuguese with Tellez, Fred, Bruno, Dallo, Ronaldo. And out of that entire group that I now call from those, Phil only say there's only one name Phil call that may not be here. So for me, going with what the point Lion was making, I really, if it is much easier to change a coach and say a coach is the one to change or to bring in an next player than get rid of a whole heap of players who have time on the contract still, or even if the club want to exercise an additional year so that they don't lose the player for less of their valuation. It's a plenty business in this whole player leaving thing. It's not as easy as well. You do have a year again. All right, so we know where you could go. Now they will exercise that extra year so they have more bargaining power with a transfer for transfer fees. So I don't know. I guess anyway. Go ahead, Nico.
For me, the thing about it is we need to recruit in critical areas, right? So we need to recruit for the midfield, right? We know we need midfield reinforcements in the summer. And also, we know we need um,
Striker.
reinforcement in the striking position, right? To me, that is two critical positions. I think the defense, let me say if we work with Lindelof, Varane, Maguire, um, Shaw Tellez, Dalo, and Basaka, right? I think we have enough in there for a solid defense, right? I think our where we have continued to struggle is the midfield, which I think we will have to recruit heavily, and we have also struggled in the striking position, which definitely again we have to recruit for. So I think if we really recruit properly for those two positions, I think we could be in a slightly better position. Let's say we're gonna be out of the woods and be the world beater that we want to be, but I think we're in a better position that we are in right now.
So
Nico-
Nico, basically what you're saying is that signings will more or less fix the issue
And
signing.
the proper coach with a clear identity of the players he need, and we're not just going and just buying player for a namesake, right? And the proper players with the proper coach, I think I say we will be fighting for top position in the league, right? But I think we'll be in a better position that we are in now, where we're not sure of the type of performance we're going to get. Every game we're going into a game, you don't know what you're gonna get from this player, what you're gonna get from Fred, what you're gonna get from McTominay, what you're gonna get from Ronaldo. I think with the right recruitment in terms of players and coach, I think we will have a better idea of the end product when we go to a match day. And to me, that's what the fan base wants.
We have to get players that could do the job.
Yeah.
Not because a player have a name, we signing them, and that's how we are doing it for the past few years. Right?
Exactly.
That is correct. That is correct.
long story short, there's the main solution, and then the solution is divided into players, coach, system.
Right.
And we have
Yeah.
players coming back from loan who might be
Nope.
fit in the team.
Nope.
So what about this guy who playing with
Palestri.
no defensive
So
midfielder?
Garner.
Ghana, yeah, we have players like that.
Okay. I willing to take a risk on him. Yeah, sure. Bring him back. He
Yeah,
had Nottingham Forest.
yeah.
Let me see. We will see preseason will tell us.
I telling you, right?
Tell us.
I telling you, if we send McTominay to play with Nottingham Forest, we will be
We're gonna
balling.
put
We
two.
need McTominay back.
Yeah.
No,
That
but
kind of thing.
Ghana technically good, man. He better than Scott in my book.
Hey,
You could see the quality with Ghana.
Lion, you eat them words.
Nah, no, I telling you, you could see it.
I fed up on them fellas, boy. I fed up on them men and them, boy. Bring some ballers now, man.
Now we need ballers.
I fed up on them fellas and them who could only
We-
kick
we
cross,
need-
boy. And on the ball, them
Yeah,
looking
nah,
shaky, boy.
Nah,
And if our players out there, we could
I want some
recruit
press
for
resistant
small money,
midfielders,
you know.
boy.
yeah.
You just gotta know how to shop.
Bullies with quality in the middle of that park, boy.
Look how Liverpool shop, right?
Fabinho.
Yeah, and they didn't pay much money. We had a chance to sign Fabinho, but
Yeah, but see,
our
as
recruitment was poor.
yeah, and as you say, Lion, we always going for the Galactico signing that,
Yeah,
We
because
want Declan Rice.
Ed come
100
out with-
million.
Yeah,
Ed come out
declare
with
100
the
million.
check,
That ain't making
and he
sense.
say we can do things that nobody can do. He wanted to make us the Galacticos of
Yeah.
England, but
Nah. Falling flat on my face
that's
with that. boy.
nonsense.
Let me just get some comments here from the comment section here. Student saying here, I think Ralph leaving this summer. Anyone upstairs listening to Ralph know when he is coach and has more responsibilities? No. So why would they listen to him as an advisor? Yeah, and I think that's why I was kind of saying a couple, shows before. They've just saying here what Lions said. All them players looking to leave. That is the mentality. That is the mentality issue in Man United. Players like us just looking for the summer. If they win,
great. If
yeah.
not,
If
another
not,
game
another
done.
game. Yeah.
I feel like fellas trying, but they're not say good enough. They're just not good enough. I feel like trying.
Sometimes I just
it's
don't
hard for
work
me
out.
to say Bruno went out there and he trying. God, because the man could quarrel. So Let's say that.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers if the co-worker for
Oh
Jody
yeah,
here right
boy.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, Jody.
That that
Yeah, this real sad boy.
Yeah,
that
but
real sad. That hurt me, because oh gosh, man.
Boy, 2022 has not started out well. That's all I will say.
Yeah. And I think the four of them still trapped
It's 5.
inside. No, well, one rescue. They pull out
yeah.
Oh,
one.
one came out. He
Yeah,
alive?
and I don't know if he
Yeah.
alive or not. I think he
Yeah,
alive,
yeah,
Nico?
yeah.
But the other
Yeah,
four.
but the others, yeah, that's sad. That's very sad.
Anderson, so
man.
yeah, keep them in your prayers too.
Yeah,
for,
keep the,
for
fam-
real,
keep the
for
families
real.
in your prayers. Yeah.
Yeah, the families, that devastating.
Yeah,
The faces of these people circulating on social media. So I mean, that's crazy. John Paul saying here, summer will be expensive considering every player we look at, they're placing 80 to 100 million price tag. And I think this is what we were saying. We had to start recruitment had to be different. We had to start looking at different
We
places.
can look
We
for
can't
players
go.
that will be at a high price tag, because
Yeah,
there
we
are
have-
players that could fit in systems that not
So-
worth 80 million.
Correct. And I don't mind if a player, like we said, next team go after a player, he'll be
I think rain freeze.
Yeah.
25 and we win. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, you come, you know, come back, but you know, come back. You went for a moment there.
Rain falling by you, boy.
No, but what I'm saying, I don't mind, right? We spend a player that will normally be, let me say, 25 million. I don't mind us spending 35 million for that player. You know, the Man United tax now.
Yeah.
Right?
Bruv, you know Dennis Zakaria that just went to Juventus?
Yeah.
Ideal CDM for Man United. 3 mil. 3 mil.
Yeah.
Then waiting for Rice to pay $130 million dollars for him and then game
Rice-
600 million a
Rice that we
week
come
salary.
for.
Yeah, but I think making sense.
It's Rice
And,
that we
and,
come for.
and you need a top quality striker. You right? How much a top quality striker gonna go for?
Anderson saying here, I see the spending will be a lot, especially since there might be no sales. I think we'll get some sales, but nothing
Back
real.
one.
We could get
Back one
sales.
for
We
free.
could get losses and sales, but we won't get any profit. That's how I see
Yeah.
it.
John Paul also saying if we lose 10 plus players, we have to bring the same amount because what we see now, the squad is not deep enough.
Unless
Definitely.
we bring like 6 and we have some of the youths that.
Yeah, I
come
see
up.
some quality.
I don't think. Yeah,
players.
if we lose in, I think we counted 12 players. If we lose 12 players and we bring in 7 and like the rest made up with youth, like your Hannibals and whatever, I can live with that.
Yeah, because Ralph did say that the squad was kind of, the balance wasn't there now. So plenty of the players that we leaving would have been in the areas where we had too much.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it could work with bringing in less than who heading out. Simeon saying here, I think we need to acknowledge that our spending the most as a team is more a reflection of how we overpay than buying quality. Yeah, well, as you know, Lionel's referring to all the comments, when you have that kind of mentality that you could do things in the market with nobody else, you want to go and try to throw your checkbook around the place. And they all the vendor want. Well, all right, you go pay. Well, pay.
You know one player I like? I don't know if all others look at him. You see Harvey Barnes?
Harvey Barnes real, but he injury prone by Lion.
Yeah,
boy.
well,
Injury prone. I was just about to mention that Harvey Barr is nice. He's nice. he's nice for a second striker, but Lord, that guy injury prone, boy.
But he bitter. He real bitter.
He's a nice player.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, today wasn't a good day, especially after the disappointing performance, but a favorable result in the Champions League. You know, we always hoping for a response from them players and them, and to get let down again. You know, especially when we were supposed to punish, you know, Watford, it's real disappointing. You know, so now we heading into a very tough run. Right? But chances are, we know zigzag this team is, we might pull out some results against these big teams. Who knows? You know? So let me get some closing thoughts there, fellas. Go through Lion.
No, I expect us to be honest, to come out. The City we have next.
Yeah.
I expect us to do well against City. All right. I think we could do something against them. It'll be a better fight. Right? We'll fight more to win this game than against Watford. Because you could see that, yeah, we had the chances to win against Watford, but you could see we were missing the little extra effort, right? So I think we could do something against them. What? Honestly, I'm not seeing top four right now. I'm not seeing that at all because our destiny isn't in our hands. We had a hope Arsenal lost three. We had a hope Spurs lost two. We had a hope this side. And then we still had to win our games too. So I don't see it. And I don't want to make any Europa or any conference league. It's best we just start over. Right? Best we just do that.
CPR 37.
Boy, after the result today, the first thing I did was I went and bought a seatbelt and I put it on. I bought a seatbelt because I know this March is going to be one hell of a ride. And I'm saying that because we couldn't handle the likes of Sissoko and Tom Cleverley in Watford's midfield today. So we should definitely do well versus Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan and Rodri when we face Man City. We'll definitely do better versus Firmino and Jordan Henderson and Naby Keita and Thiago Alcantara when we face Liverpool, right? I'm not going to lie to you guys. The only fixture I'm looking forward to in March is the second leg versus Atletico Madrid, and I'm done.
Yeah. After today's result, my confidence in this team hit a new low. You know, especially after what Watford would have done to us. Knowing that maybe Oli was somebody even the players' favorite, knowing that the team that Oli would have been sacked after the performance like in that game, and we couldn't beat Watford today. I see after today, my confidence in this team, I think we just have a lot of overpaid, privileged players that don't deserve to play for Manchester United, and I really do see how we making it top four, and if we make the top four, it's because we stumble into the top four. Teams are being a real terrible run, and we just because if we honest ourselves, we really winning games by luck. We winning games by luck, and we can't want to make the top four and winning games by luck. So again, as like what I say, is just for this season to roll out, and hopefully we do something better, and hopefully we have a better season next season. And again, all is in hope. All is in hope. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, what I think will work in our favor against the bigger teams is that the owners, right, won't really be on us to be the team on the front foot, if I could put it like that. With the reputation and the qualities of those other teams, we might be going in as the underdog. And I think sometimes in those kind of situations, we tend to thrive a little bit better now. We might be able to play, we will be playing on the counter, so we might be able to utilize some of that ability, like with Rashford, the ability to just run without thinking, right? We might get more out time like that, as opposed to our team sitting back and telling us, well, hey, I'll break us down, because we have proven that we had that kind of quality. So I really think we might fare a little bit better against the bigger teams, even though they could still blow you out of the park because it happened, early in the season. But let me see, and that's pretty much, yeah. So, guys, I think that brings us to the end of the show this evening. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize on opportunities, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, plenty more football to play. I'm just giving David Curtin the comment here. David Curtin saying
David, you're not kidding. David, let's stop it now. Stop it now.
Marcel was calling them chances Ronaldo and the longer waist, and yeah, you could say what you want. It was a fact. It's a fact. You're trying to troll me. It's a fact. Marcel was calling them thing.
Even an injured Marshall with a squad.
Anyway, guys,
David, just stop it now.
it was nice. We could see you all on the next one. We're here again on Sunday to
Yeah, I'm
look
glad
back
that's this rest week.
Yeah,
Rest. Jeez.
and I don't think I'm watching any Man United content for this week. Them fellas deserve my time.
Nah, but it's true. It's true. I taking a break.
I don't watch it tonight. I don't watch it.
It's frustrating, boy.
I only watch All in All United.
Yeah, we talk about land.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
A lot of people think I'd be joking, but I look forward to this show every single week because this is my therapy. I don't know about you guys, but I am dead serious. Because the way our team is playing, I ain't got nothing else to look forward to but this show. I so serious. This is my therapy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We appreciate that, man. So yeah, guys. So Sunday it is.
Yeah.
You know, Manchester United versus Man City. And for those who might be interested, Anthony Martial playing tomorrow. Yeah.
Hey, you come back.
You come back?
Yeah.
From
He
the
traveled.
hospital.
Yeah, he traveled with the team. I ain't sure he might start, but he will fit. Yeah.
Yeah, you play heavily banded up. Yeah, heavily strapped up.
Painkillers.
Probably the injury wasn't as bad as first thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so have a good one. See you on the next one.
Yeah, man. Good night.